And tonight, Tucson police often face complaints about poor service and slow response time. So what are they actually doing about it?
New at 6. KGUN 9's Craig Smith asked one of the department's senior chiefs to answer that question.
This story begins with an angry tweet earlier this year complaining about TPD understaffing and dealing with 2 homicides in 2 days. The tweet was aimed at Chief Christopher Magnus, who invited the tweeter to learn more about what Tucson police are doing to reduce crime and improve staffing. To hear that for ourselves, we sat down with the assistant chief who oversees TPD's administration. Eric Kazmierzak says 10 or 15 years ago, TPD had about 1,100 officers. Years of tight budgets drove officers away and made it harder to recruit replacements. But the chief says losses are slowing down.
Our attrition rate has dropped significantly. Over the last 4 months of the year last year, we were seeing an attrition rate that has dropped hovering right around 4 officers a month. If you remember, we were averaging nearly 8 officers a month at this time last year and the preceding months to that.
It's helped that in May 2017, Tucson voters approved a half-cent sales tax expected to bring in $150 million for more police and fire equipment for the 5-year life of the tax. While the tax gave officers better tools to do their jobs, other parts of the city budget aim to keep more officers on the force through better pay.
We got between a 5% and 15% raise for a lot of the officers on the department, which is substantial. When you've been facing a situation where officers haven't had pay raises in 8 or 10 years, getting a 5 to 10% pay raise was meaningful for them.
Short staffing makes it especially important to focus officers where they are needed the most. For that, TPD is working with an upgrade to CompStat, a program to track crime patterns. Now it will track which crimes are cleared, plus community satisfaction in a way that merges modern data management with the traditional cop on the beat.
Knowing the business owners, being able to interact, not walk into the school and say, hi, here's my name, Mr. or Mrs. Principal, here's my business card, here's how you get a hold of me, but really building a relationship with the schools, really building a relationship with the neighborhood associations, so that's a two-way street. And having them sit in the room with us when we're talking about some of the crime problems that are unique to a particular neighborhood.
Craig Smith, KGUN 9 on your side.